Hey everyone, Mr. Montgomery again, and today we're on lesson 2-4. The past couple days we've been working with addition, with doubles facts and near doubles facts. Today we're going to try something that's a little different to help us add up to 10. Okay, so make sure you're on page 69. I'm going to circle that page number at the bottom. This is what the number 69 looks like, a little bit bigger. And remember, we had in our tens place, we have 6, and we have a 9 in our ones place. All right, 6 tens, 9 ones, 69. So if you're not on that page, make sure that you pause the video, get to that page, and then press play. So if you're already on this page, I'm going to continue. What we are seeing right here, see this purple thing with all these squares in it? This is called a 10 frame. If we look at all the white boxes, you'll see that there's 10. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I wasn't fibbing. There are 10 squares in this 10 frame. And that's why we call it a 10 frame, because there's 10 squares. So what we're going to do is we're going to have some fun. I want you to go ahead, get 2 crayons. You can make it red and blue. I'm going to use red and blue. On your paper, they tell you red and yellow. To me, yellow is really tough to see, and it's not as fun. So I'm going to use red and blue. If you want to use red and blue with me, go ahead and get those 2 crayons out. And we're going to see what they want us to do with this 10 frame. Now, they say take a handful of counters. We're not going to do that because right now, with how things are in the world, we're not going to be using counters. We're just going to use our crayons. And it says toss them onto the page. Okay, we're going to take that part out. And so we're going to do things a little different because we don't have counters. Instead of just taking a handful of counters and throwing them onto the page and seeing what happens next, which sounds a little crazy. So I'm kind of happy we're using crayons anyway. What I'm going to do is, first I'm going to get my red. So make sure you have your red also. There we go. And what we're going to do is we are going to color in circles all the way from 1 through 6. Now, the important thing about a 10 frame is the first box is always the top one right here. And you go across right to where this boy is sitting. You go straight across the top row. When you fill up the top row, you will go down to the bottom on the other side and start again. I'm going to show you as we do this. So let's go ahead and color in 6 squares. We have 1 already, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how we went straight across right here? Now that we reached the end, we drop down and start all the way at the beginning again. And this is number 6. So right now we have 6 red circles. And that's how many red circles you should have in your 10 frame too. And you can even count them to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 red circles right now. Next, I'm going to take my blue color here. So go ahead and get your blue crayon. And we're going to color in the little circles in the rest of the boxes. Now we're just going to start where we left off. Right here where I wrote the number 7. We're going to start there and go across and fill in circles in every box. So 1, 2, go to the next one, 3, and 4. All right, and then that's it. If you need more time to do this, if you're still working on your red and blue circles, pause the video and finish it up. But if not, we're going to continue. So we have our 6 red circles. We have 4 blue circles. Now here is the crazy thing. We know we have 2 different colors. But did you know that we can make an addition sentence out of these circles? We can totally do it. I know it looks weird. I know it looks goofy, but I promise you we can make an addition sentence with these two different colors. Let's see here. What I want you to do first is count the red circles and write that on the first line. So the red number will go right here on that first line. Go ahead and do that. All right, did you do it? Are you paying attention? Did I catch you off guard? Are you listening? I think you are. Just trying to test you. And next, after you write down that red number, you're going to count the blue and write it on the second line. These two colors are giving us two different parts. So we have our first part in red, our second part in blue. Now, here's the cool thing. We can add up these different circles by counting them, right? Oh, I forgot. Oh my gosh, I'm such a banana head. Guess what? I forgot to write my numbers too. So we have 6 red. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I need the red. 6 red, and then we have our 4 blue. And to add them, of course, we can just count every single square to make sure we have whatever number it is. Let's go ahead and do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 as our total. Now here's the thing you're really going to enjoy about 10 frame. As soon as you fill up a 10 frame, you should already know that your answer or your total will be 10. This will be your total every time if a 10 frame is full. But why is that? Can you think of why? Why would our answer be 10? Well, if you remember, we have 10 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we have 10 squares and we filled up all 10, then we must have a total of 10. And that's it. Don't overthink it. I'm not trying to trick you. I promise. Okay? So we're going to be using 10 frames today to help us add two numbers together. All right, so let's go ahead over to page 70 and let's do some practice problems. Okay, here's what page 70 looks like. I'm going to circle the page number at the bottom. We have our little friend from the we've been seeing this little friend actually in every lesson, haven't we? I just realized that. And he's telling us about 10 frames up here. And I know number 1 has the dotted numbers for you, but I wanted to walk through it with you so you know exactly what we're doing. Because when they just give you the numbers, we don't know what they're even talking about sometimes. And I don't want you guys being confused. So what they did here for number 1, let's talk about this real quick. You see the 5, and you're thinking, where on earth did they get 5 from? Where did it come from? Well, I'm going to tell you, the 5 came from this first row of dots. So in a 10 frame, we have 5 at the top row and 5 on the bottom row, right? So they took the 5 from this top row here because it's completely full. So once you see the top row full, you know that there are 5 dots. Next, I know you guys see a number 2 here, and you're probably thinking, where on earth did they get the 2 from? Now I'm going to tell you, they got it from the bottom part right here. We see that there are 2 other ones on the bottom row. So that's where they got this 2 from. Now we have 5 plus 2 equals 7. And you can check this by counting all the red dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There's 7 red dots. We just checked, right? Now, what we're doing is we have 7, right? Because we have 7 here. All they did was bring it on down. Because we're going to try to make 10. And now we need to figure out how many more do we need to make 10. So, you can check by looking at all the empty boxes. How crazy is that? All the answers are in the 10 frame. So watch this. We have 7 plus some number equals 10. Well, you just count the boxes. 1, 2, and 3. We have 3 empty boxes, so we would need 3 more red circles to make 10. So our answer is 3. Okay? I'm going to have you do just small pieces of number 2 at a time. Okay? We're working on number 2 now. You know we're starting with the number 5. They got the 5 from this top row. Okay, but we need to know how many red dots in all. How many red dots are in this bottom row here? Go ahead, count it, and write it on this blank line. Or the blank line is right here. Write it on this blank line. Did you do it? I sure hope you did it, because we got to make sure you're checking your work. So let's go ahead and fill in this line. We just see 1 red circle on the bottom line. So we have 5 on the top plus 1 red circle on the bottom. So what is 5 red circles plus 1 red circle? Well, if you're not sure, you can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this 6 and we're going to bring it all down and write it on this first line. Now we need to count the empty boxes to find out how many more red circles we need to make 10. So go ahead and count those empty boxes and write your answer on the line right here. All right, did you do it? Let's check what you put. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 is our answer. And now we figured out how many more we need to make 10. So 6 red dots plus 4 more red dots makes 10. All right, let's go on over to page 71. And we're going to do at least one more practice one together. Then I'll let you guys try more on your own. All right, here is page 71. We're just going, because we don't have that many on here, we're just going to do number 3 together. I'm going to have you guys try that one on your own. But I'm going to have you do parts at a time, okay? But I'm not going to explain as much. Now remember, for this top one, what I need you to do is make an addition sentence for the red dots. We already have our 5 red, because we have a 5 right here. What number do we need to finish this addition sentence to know the total number of red dots? So if we have 5 at the top, we need to know what's on the bottom. So go ahead and try just this part of number 3, the part I'm circling. It's the only part I want you to do. I'll give you guys a quick minute to do this. All right, did you do it? Let's go ahead and check what you did. If you're still working, pause the video, take your time. So we have 5 up top, and we have 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. So this makes the number sentence 5 plus 3. Now we just need to find the total. If you don't know what 5 plus 3 is, you can count all of the red dots and find the total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 plus 3 is 8. Now I want you to write a number sentence for how we can make 10 using the red dots and the blank squares. So go ahead and do that in the second part right here. Alright, did you give it a try? If you're still working, like I said before, pause the video, take your time. If you're all done, we're going to go through this part together. I want you to check your work and make sure that you have the correct numbers. So we have 8 red dots, right? So 8 plus something equals 10. Well, we just have to count the blank squares. 1, 2. 8 plus 2 more, if we fill these in red circles, would give us 10. And that's it. Now, I would like for you guys to try number 4 and 5 completely on your own. If you find 4 and 5 are too easy, I want you to try number 6. Number 6 tells you how many red counters to draw in the boxes, or I'm sorry, in the 10 frame. And then, how many more would you need to make 10? And you would write that number on the blank space. And then do the same thing for this other 10 frame right here. And that's it. Once you're done, I will have a worksheet on the back table for you. So make sure that you put your name at the top of your math workbook. Name up here, where I'm writing the word name. And put it on the back table open on this page so I can check it really quick. And then grab that worksheet that's on the back table also. Now, if you're not in my classroom and you're watching this video, make sure you ask your teacher what they would like you to do next. Alright, so I'm hoping that maybe you guys think this is a little easy, maybe it's kind of fun playing with 10 frames. Most importantly, I hope this is making sense, okay? If you're confused at all and you're in my classroom, please make sure you let me know. Ask some questions, but I just ask that you don't interrupt if I'm teaching. Please raise your hand and be patient. Same thing if you're in a different classroom. If you're confused, let your teacher know, but be polite and kind when you let them know. Don't go running up saying, I don't get it, I don't get it. Because it's going to be very distracting. Alright, so I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.